living a life aware of the truth makes life so effortless, so simple, that you wonder why we have struggled all our lives and why we still sometimes struggle. Because in life, nothing is really in your control. When I say your control, means what you think as you. The you which you associate with your mind. Because it is that which makes plans. It is that which wants something. It is that which gets disappointed. It is that which struggles. It is that which has expectations. It is that whose expectations get dashed. It is that who calls out experiences and labels them and judges them. It is that creates fear in us. That is the mind. And because we are so used to calling that as ourselves, as me, as the I, therefore there is a struggle, and therefore it plans, and therefore it wants things to happen the way it thinks. But that is not the real us. That is not the real me. That is not the I. The real I is that which is beyond the limited ego creating self, which keeps wanting to do things in its own way, which does not make us reflect. But the real I, which is the consciousness, is also resides in us. It also has a plan. It also has a will. But since we do not focus on it, since we have not experienced it, since we are not aware of its overwhelming presence at all times, we keep using our mind and keep struggling. And the real I, which is the consciousness, definitely has a plan. And the plan has a time and a place. Knowing that we should remain surrendered to the higher self, to that higher plan, and be in acceptance of all that it will create. It does not mean that if everything is willed by that higher consciousness, we stop doing anything. It means that as we live in this acceptance, we become disconnected from the mind and we start getting connected to the higher self which is within us. And this connection makes us purer. Purity is the absence of the mind. Divinity is the absence of mind. Man minus mind is equal to God. Man minus mind is pure love. Pure love and divinity are synonymous. The consciousness within us is that pure love. And that is what we are all seeking, is that pure love. And for that, the mind has to be, or the limited I has to be transcended. It cannot be experienced as long as that mind is awake. as long as that body consciousness is there, as long as the mind is so overwhelming that we keep thinking of anxiety, stress, depression, and all those crazy things. They're all created by the mind. And that is why the world is full of healers and therapists, because they're all working for you on your mind and body. And when you disconnect from both of them, you're liberated from everything, both the physical maladies as well as the maladies of the mind. And when we surrender to the will of the higher consciousness within us, then we experience that flow, we experience the joy of living, we experience that everything is magical. Because we have no will coming from the mind, we are in acceptance, and therefore we neither have a disappointment nor we have any joy. In fact, it is joyous because the surprises that the inner consciousness, the real I, throws is so magical. And you, like a child, you look at it and you say, how amazing is that? Because what the divine flow within us is able to produce, the mind just cannot even comprehend. Forget plan and forget produce. So from mere mortal experiences of the mind, which alternate between pain and pleasure, when we get focused onto the higher I, to the consciousness within, we experience ananda or bliss. That's the difference between the two experiences. And it's a state of constancy. It does not come and go. And that's the joy we seek. That's the joy that is propelling us forward. And that pure love, which is divinity, is what our master, Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, was an embodiment of. And that is the gift that he has given us. To carry this gift in our hearts, this pure love, so that everybody else can also experience that divinity. It was not limited to his body. He transformed our body into that pure love, so that that divinity, that flow of divinity, that chain of divinity can be carried forward till eternity. It flows through us, and we will pass it on to others, just like you can light one lamp from another lamp that is lit, and the light of the lamp from which we light does not diminish, and the light of the new lamp which is lit is equal to the light of the old lamp, and so on. The light keeps getting spread across the world. That is the message of the Master, and that becomes our service. We have to serve all by spreading this love to everyone. We cannot sit back and say, I am experiencing this love and I will hold this love for me and my children and my family. The idea of family has to expand. Family, who's our family? Do we know who's our family, real family? Just because we are born in a family in this birth, we think we are family. But what about thousands of births in thousands of families that we've come before this? Everyone who's alive today is actually related to us in one way or another, because they were part of our earlier families. So therefore, if you call that as a family, then actually everybody is our family member. We're just not aware of it. But when we melt in love, then we become one with that consciousness. Then we become one with the ocean of love. And in that ocean there is no separation. The drop does not know that I am separate from the ocean. It becomes part of it. That's that merger that we seek. And for that we must question all our set ways of doing things, our preferences and choices have to merge with the choice of the ocean. And actually it is the simplest and the most beautiful path of just becoming one. As long as the duality remains, and the duality is only held in the mind creates duality, and then we will keep suffering with some days very happy and joyous and some days down, and then take days to recover from it. But if we surrender that and merge with the higher self which resides within us, which flows within us, life becomes so beautiful. And you are open to everything as an adventure. And the minute life becomes an adventure, it becomes joyous. And you look forward to what the next moment holds for you. And that is being done not by a God sitting far away, not by a Sai Baba in a photograph. It is the Lord within us which is doing everything. And to experience the Lord within is why we are here. And to experience the joy that comes when you get connected to the inner Lord. And then spread this joy to everybody in this universe. Is the biggest service, highest service, for which even gods are envious of us. That's why they choose to come here and help us. Because this is what everybody finds to do. There cannot be anything more purer than what is being done. There never was, there will never be. So enjoy this present that we've got from Mother Sai. And we remember him as this incarnation of love, of pure love. That came and lit us up so that we could become an image of him, so that we can live our lives as him, so that everybody who comes to us can experience that pure love which is divinity. Divinity is this purity. It is this love. That is who Sai Baba was, is, and He remains in our hearts, and he expresses himself as the love that flows from our hearts. It's a love that envelops everybody. That is the true meaning of the avatar and his birth. So as we celebrate his birthday today, as he's given us one day in the year to remember, to celebrate his avatarhood, his coming to this world, we should ponder and we should today vow to ourselves that this is not just a day. We will remain in the awareness of this gift that he has bestowed us, and celebrate His presence in our lives as that pure love. And this becomes a part of who we are, and we are in gratitude to Him for what He has given us, for having chosen us, and that we shall carry this love forward and ensure that this chain of divinity, this chain of your love, this flow of your love is never diminished. It continues to flow, and by the day it becomes bigger and bigger till no one is left untouched, till everybody becomes part of this ocean of love. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti 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 Hi. जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साईं बाबा जी की जय. Happy birthday, Baba. We love you.